You could start now. Everything that you need to do for yourself can be done right now in this moment. The sun is saying hello, then it's saying bye, but it's saying hello again. So at some points, I guess I'm just gonna look a little shinier, which is alright. Shine bright. Hi, beautiful people. It's me, Taisha, and thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome to this channel, Ty.Lifeartist. If you've been here and you're returning, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for being a part of the journey. So this page is all about Caribbean fun, adventure, holistic wellness, and lifestyle. So if you're into any of this from a Caribbean perspective, tap in and subscribe to the channel. Today happens to be the last day of the year, and it's always a moment to look back on the year, your accomplishments, areas that you would like to improve on in the new year. And today I'm feeling very full of gratitude, full of love, because I'm here, I'm in good health, I'm safe. Yeah, I'm actually watching a plane right now. It's about to pass right next to the Twin Peaks. I need you guys to see this. Today I'm absolutely privileged to be watching the sunset right next to St. Lucia's Twin Peaks. Go on PTP tour. As you know from my last video, if you haven't watched it, you should check it out. The sun is my soul food. I love sunsets. They bring me peace. They give me the energy, the rejuvenation that I need. I watch them alone all the time. And today's sunset is beautiful. Like I said, I'm very full knowing that I'm able to witness this right now. I also didn't plan on vlogging right now. I plan on doing this tomorrow. But how could I not share this, right? Hi, beautiful people. In my previous clip, I would have said that I'm doing this recording on the 1st of January. That didn't happen because, life happens, and I realized that I needed to continue some me time before I was able to share what I have to share with you. I think it's right on time though, and I always believe that everything happens as it should. So if you're not in a comfortable space, I would appreciate if you're in a comfortable space. I think you would receive this message better if you are. Now that you're in a comfortable spot, I'd like to introduce you to the holistic wellness aspect of the channel. So we've done a couple adventures and I've told you a bit about myself, but I'd also like to focus on holistic wellness. This is me sharing with you maybe a little bit of what I do to keep myself grounded, to take care of myself fully, whole, and to add to the balance that we require in life. These we entered the new Gregorian year, and it's a time when everybody, of course, is focusing on what they'd like to do for 2022. They're sharing their well wishes, and so everybody has had to respond to and accept many well wishes, a happy new year, a prosperous one, etc. For you guys, I would like your year to be happy for sure, but I'd like it to be intentionally happy. I think that we should all do everything with intention, and it starts with self. So it started with me. Part of me recording this a little later than I expected is because I needed to just do more things for myself to ensure that I'm okay and I'm prepared to share it with you. So this is you owning your power and doing everything that you require so that you could be in a better place for yourself. Because ultimately, the only person who's really there for you at every point, high, low, is you. So let's work on us. Work on you. I'm filming outdoors, so you are going to get a lot of vehicle sounds, wind, the ocean is behind me, maybe birds, cats, a yawn, a laugh. Yeah, So there's gonna be that. Today I'd like to share with you some of the things that I have done in order to prepare myself for this year of intentional happiness. It takes me back to 2020 when I first started therapy, and I also learned how to set boundaries and how to create something called a self-care wheel. Everything gets better when you incorporate a self-care wheel. The one that's on the screen was created by the Olga Phoenix project, and it's a life changer. It's applicable, it can be used by anyone, a child, an adult. You could go ahead and use it because it incorporates the different aspects of your life. So it covers physical, professional, psychological, spiritual, emotional. I feel like I'm missing one. Physical, professional, personal, spiritual, emotional, psychological aspects. I have my little notes here so I can ensure that I'm capturing everything with you guys. The wheel is one of the things that really saved my life, you know. Even if you're already caring for yourself, loving yourself, even if you already have a routine, I would encourage you to take a look at the wheel, take a look at the guide and the examples that it gives for each aspect. I created a wheel for myself, and I would encourage you to do the same. So you could literally just pick up a pencil, draw a circle, incorporate the different aspects that I mentioned, and when you think of your life, write down the different things that you can do so that it really matches you and it works for you. I think for a lot of us, and for myself included, you know, when we think about taking those steps, we really see it as a big challenge, a major challenge, because we doubt ourselves. We feel like we're not in the right place, or we're not organized enough, or we're just not capable enough of taking those steps and doing these things for ourselves. But when you really take a step back, you sit by yourself and you think of your life, and you ask yourself the questions, you know, what have I been doing for myself on a personal level, on a professional level, that could really make me feel better. It really puts everything into perspective and helps you tailor everything for yourself. You're going to notice that there are practices that you do that it crosses each other, right? So you might be doing something for yourself that's under the physical aspect that might also fall under the emotional or even the psychological aspect. But that's the beauty of life, and that's how everything is literally connected. That's what makes it balanced and holistic. And that is okay. That's fine. What's most important is that you're capturing and you're doing the things that you need to do to care for yourself and to build yourself. Yeah? Okay. So for the physical aspect, I take walks and I get in a lot of me time. These are two things that I have ensured that's incorporated in my self-care wheel that I try to do every single week, if not every day. The next thing professionally is to set boundaries. That's a big deal for me because before it would be difficult for me to say no to tasks. I'm the type of person who likes to assist, and I always feel like I could take on everything, but realistically you can't. And if you know that for the day you have 10 tasks that you should be completing, if something comes or someone comes and requests something that would bring it to 11 and 12, it's okay to say I can't look at it right now. That's totally fine. And that way you know that you're completing the 10 and you're not exhausting yourself or overwhelming yourself, which would throw you off mentally. The other thing professionally is to actually end my workday on time. I used to be that kind of person who would again feel like I need to complete every single thing. I had to learn that work will always be there. There will always be work, and work, if it's from 8 to 5 or 8 to 4:30, that is the stipulated time to accomplish those things for work. After 4:30 or after 5 p.m., it's time for me to close work and focus on the other aspects of my care. So ending work on time it's really tied to setting boundaries as well, but it stands out, it stands alone, because these are things that I'm sure all of us, most of us, at some point, we were not doing that. For the personal aspect of the wheel, I have planned goals and I have now fostered friendships. So I'm fostering friendships and relationships. I want to think that I am a supportive friend and I'm there for my friends. But I feel like I haven't really placed enough effort into spending time with the people who I care about. I would always focus more on work or completing these type of tasks as opposed to those relationships that really matter. It's these things that really matter, you know, because the professional aspect of your life is just that. It's one aspect of your life and it should not be outweighing the other parts. That's really what throws us off. Fostering the friendships have been amazing. So it's a lot of intention there, and that's something that's definitely going to continue. Planning goals, I found that I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that cross my mind. Jotting them down, just writing them down makes a big difference. And in addition to writing it down, you set a time to it. So you give yourself a time frame, realistic one. You analyze, well, you assess the situation, you assess your goal, and you see what it is that you require, and you do it. Since you've written your goal down, you could go back to it. You could hold yourself accountable and be like, this is what I wanted to accomplish, or I want to accomplish. These are the things that I need to do to get to that goal or to accomplish that goal. You do a full audit because you've now written it down. So it's excellent. The next aspect, which is probably what my favorite aspect, is the spiritual aspect. And here, as you would have guessed, it's definitely watching the sunsets and more specifically spending time in nature. Sunsets, literally soul food. I don't even have to explain this because I think that you've understood that. And spending time in nature, it's a healing experience. My soul is just continuously satisfied. Even filming this video right now, for example, it's really just the best space for me to feel more comfortable and maybe experience less jitters and nerves as I'm sharing this information. The emotional aspect, affirmations. You see, affirmations, 2021 was all about affirmations for me. The book, just to give you guys some context, the book that I would use every day at work was now like filled with affirmations. So even before I start any task, any work task, I affirm the great things about myself, how capable I am, how powerful I am, how responsible I am, how beautiful I am, how loving I am, how caring I am, you name it. And I would just write down affirmations, at least 5 of them, but sometimes I would just go on, depends on how I felt, and just pour out into the book. And after I've done that, after I've placed myself in a mindset of, okay, these are all of the things that I can do, then I'll focus on the tasks at hand for the day. So affirmations, a major booster. When they come from you, listen, everything, you just know that everything is better. You know that you are capable. It's nobody else telling you this but you. Big difference. The other thing for the emotional aspect is rewarding myself. So I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but at some point I kind of felt like I'm not deserving of things, and it was really hard for me to celebrate myself. We can call it being modest, but it's okay to actually accept a thank you. It's okay to be appreciated. And I'm the kind of person who never really liked a spotlight. If you told me that I was doing good at something, it's almost like imposter syndrome. I probably wouldn't believe you, or I would see like maybe, you know, like it's not a big deal. It wasn't such a big deal. And that's really just you know, lessening your value, man. You are capable, you're worthy, you're deserving of everything great, and you're deserving of the celebration. So in relation to my self-care and my self-love. I reward myself. I reward myself for every step taken, every point where I have continued when I felt like I had to stop. It could be a really small reward. As you know, I really love mango paoli. So at some points, like if I have done an exceptional job with something, I'll get myself mango paoli, or I'll take myself to dinner. Those things go a long way, and it's all you. You're not dependent on anybody to do it for you. Once it starts with you, you don't even need anybody. If you get what I'm saying here. The next aspect is psychological. My 2 points under psychological: aromatherapy and journaling. For aromatherapy, tied to everything else that I mentioned, aromatherapy puts you in the zone that you need. That's what it did for me, at least. Aromatherapy has become so important to me. I bought a diffuser, and I also got essential oils, and I have been diffusing. At some point I used to diffuse every single day while I work, before I started work actually, and it really set the tone for the day. It set the tone for the level of productivity. It set the tone for my mind being at ease whenever I would feel overwhelmed. And this is still something that I do, right? I diffuse my favorite essential oil. So I gravitate, my soul, like my body, it responds very well to citrus. So I usually diffuse lemon or orange essential oil, and it boosts my mood immediately. I guess we could probably talk a bit more about essential oils because they're so useful to everybody, but we can take a look at that in another video. You could also let me know, tell me a bit about aromatherapy, if you use it, or any other thing that I've touched on. Really, let me know if you do the same. That would be really cool to know. So drop it in the comments. Put it in the comments. The other aspect is journaling. I wrote this here, but this one is relatively new to me. But it's something that I have found. It's a tool that is so useful. I see it very much tied to planning your goals and writing your thoughts, your intentions down. And so I'm going to talk a little bit more about journaling in a bit. Everything that I've shared is my self-care wheel, and just 2 things for each section that I have incorporated in my life. The whole aim is for you to do it together, and that's when you really see and feel the changes in your life and feel how much lighter everything becomes, because you are prioritizing these tasks for yourself on a daily basis. I will also like to say that if you don't meet everyone every day, it's okay. The point is that you're revisiting it, you're still focused on it. Don't lose track of every single aspect. Keep going. Journaling has become my thing. In addition to the affirmations and writing down my tasks at work, writing down my goals, journaling is just it's a vibe. It's a big vibe. Big mood, big vibe. I'm gonna share with you really quickly just one book here. So I have this Good Vibes book. Excellent book. It was a gift. Thank you so much. So in here, as it suggests, it's all about good vibes. Everything great that's happened for me, I enter it in here. So this is my gratitude journal, which for 2022, I have been writing every day at the end of the day, right before I go to bed. I sit in a very comfortable spot in my room and I write down everything that I'm grateful for, everything good that came out of that day. Sometimes we have really bad days, guys, and that's fine. But in every day, I believe that in every single day there is something for us to be grateful for. And wherever the energy is, or whatever energy that we harness, whatever energy that we focus on, is what's going to flourish, is what's going to multiply. And so at the end of the day, when you go ahead and you write this in here, that's what your mind is going to focus on. All of the good things. Great aspect. Love that for me. If you have a gratitude journal, love that for you. If you don't have one as yet, I still love that for you, because after watching this video, hopefully you decide to do the same. And like everything else that I've been saying, if you lose track, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you need to stop. Just continue wherever you left off. Keep going. The second major aspect for me is actually having a planner. I was first introduced to a planner last year because I received one after completing a program. So I received it later in the year, and I'd heard everything about planners, but I always felt like I'm not as organized as I need to be in order for me to have one of those. And this is an example of limiting yourself, limiting myself, limiting my abilities, because all of that stuff doesn't really matter. Like, the point is that you have the planner right now, and it's literally a guide. It's literally helping you to put everything into perspective, to focus on where you'd like your life to be, what you would like to accomplish for the period, and the steps you're going to take to do it. So it's all of the goals that I would have written. Having a planner is a really organized way of tracking everything that you're doing, everything that you plan to do. And it also comes with different aspects, like just sharing gratitude, aspects for you to draw, things for you to highlight, and something you could carry around, like easily. So of course there are electronic planners or digital planners, and there are the physical ones. For me, writing things down, like with pen and paper, it hits home harder. So after getting a planner last year, I decided to invest and get another one for this year. So this planner right now is the planner that I'm using to start off my 2022. It has proven to be very useful already. The great thing about it, like I said a while ago, is that it's not dated, so I could just write in the date. I could tailor it how I want. If I want to focus on 2 days instead of 1 day, if I want to focus on the week instead of 1 day, I can. I love that. I love that for me. There are different types of planners. There are smaller ones, there are monthly ones, weekly ones, at different prices. I think that it's a really good investment. It helps you. It really acts as a guide so that you could capture the different aspects of your life, of your day, as opposed to using a blank canvas. So I would encourage you to get a planner. This one, I got it off of Amazon, and it was about 35 US. Yeah, but there are others that are more expensive, and there are some that are less expensive. So these are the couple things that I wanted to share with you as you start your 2022. Whatever day you're actually watching this video, because I'm not too sure what day is going to be up, it's still going to be very useful. Time is just a construct. Like, you could start now. Everything that you need to do for yourself can be done right now in this. And I'm going to encourage you to create your self-care wheel, to use a journal, especially a gratitude journal, and focus on the good things, the good parts, the parts that you should be grateful for, or the parts that you are grateful for, and just watch it multiply. If you would like to see more videos like this one, please go ahead and subscribe to the tribe. If you're already subscribed, if you're a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video. Let's see what I end up doing next. Journey with me. I'm wishing you an intentionally happy 2022 from Ty.Lifeartist to you. That rhymed. Bye bye.